What's up? What's up? I think I'm live. I think I am live. I'm trying out a different microphone right now. It is a wireless one and much cheaper than the mic I normally use. So if it sounds better, it's going to be a little frustrating, but all I really care about is that it sounds better. So hopefully this is coming in clean without echo. No guarantees. And you can probably hear the background noise a little bit better with this one too. So I don't know. Still tinkering around with the Rode mic. I will get it, I'll get it dialed in again at some point. But trying out some other things here and there until then. But I think it's gonna go well. So if you're just tuning in, thank you so much for being here. Please hit that subscribe button if you're new, and please smash that like button. We are doing another test of Spy vs. Q, and I actually forgot my mouse and my keyboard. Luckily, the laptop is equipped with them. But I prefer to have them separate when I'm streaming. Makes it a little easier on me, but hey, I don't think you guys will notice. So looking at the minute here, let's zoom out a little. Let's see how close we are to support. Thank all of you guys so much for tuning into the live streams that start in the morning where it's just the charts. I know it's helpful for some of you guys to just come in and out on there, so that's what I use it for the most part. And I try to stay in chat and, pop in intermittently. But for the most part, it's just a nice tool to have. All right, charts. So Q down here, let's zoom out a little bit more. On the 15, let me just see if the audio sounds okay. All right, well, it's not echoey, so that's good, huh? Super annoying that the very expensive microphone is just giving me a hard time. But what are you going to do about it? Someone watching sometime knows how to work OBS better than me, I'm sure. But from what I can tell, it just happens for whatever reason where it's picking up an echo, and I don't know why it would be doing that. But hey, hold on for 1 second. I need to switch my Wi-Fi. So you're just going to lose the backdrop for 1 moment. Make sure I'm not giving any information away. Okay, we're good. We're good. Looks like I'm already on there, so I think the storm is a-coming, and I can tell. But let's get some music going, shall we? Going to go with some genre hip-hop rap. Actually, you think holiday is appropriate? Maybe there's some Halloween music in there. Well, maybe I should just search Halloween. No. I see a lot of Jingle Bells. Is holiday just Christmas? It's messed up. Alright. We're going to keep it simple here. Hip-hop, R&B, reggae, jazz, and rock. And we want to be happy, bright, calm. The calm songs that come out, they're pretty hit and miss, but we'll put it on there. See what happens. And let me make sure I don't blast the volume too hard. Alright. Uno momento. This song's called Sugar High. Alright. You should be able to hear it now. Or maybe in about 10 seconds. Should be coming in. So looking at Spy and Q, which one is better today? Well, Q has made some cleaner moves. And it's already coming through support. Let's zoom out a little bit further on Spy here. Kind of a tight squeeze. Look at that hour. Still in this upward channel though. Both of them. You could draw a pretty clean upwards channel. Start off these peaks. Start down here at these valleys. Maybe not right at this bottom, but around here. And you can see where it is riding that uptrend. We'll see how it plays out. Let's look at the 4 hour, see if we can find some good levels to watch for. Man, quite the pullback after yesterday. So SPY, without breaking out yesterday, you can see still in that choppy channel. Q broke out, but then pulled back and is on support. So we'll see if it holds, and if we get a retest back to around 499. And then on SPY, currently at 580.50. If we can hold, I mean, volume's not great right now, 25 million. But I would watch for that recovery back to around 581, 582, depending on the volume. Let's zoom back in here. Kind of got to watch and see what the next move will be. Now, there is only 13 minutes left, so I'm a little late. I will admit that for sure. So thank you guys for tuning in late. I'll stream a little bit longer too. I know sometimes it takes, 15 minutes for people to really start seeing the stream is live. So yeah, really did myself dirty on that one. I tried to continue the stream that was already going, but that is really difficult. I don't know if it's even possible at this point. Alright, I'm not sure if the music is loud enough or if it just stopped. Let me see. Can we hear that? Can you hear it? I'm gonna test. Okay, that's not too bad, huh? Alright. Maybe I need to turn my mic down. Is that too loud for you guys? That might be a little better. I don't know. Alright, I know. Working out the kinks. Thank you guys for being there for me. Alright. Pretty interesting that the much less expensive wireless mic sounds no echo. But hey, I guess that's nice. Nice to know it works. I can move around and you guys can hear me. Not that I was moving a whole lot, but let's see how this plays out. Looks like we might bounce. No, it looks like it wants support. If anything, I'm leaning towards the bounce, but we could break. Now take note of this gap from a few days ago. Not a lot of volume traded right here, and again another one right there. So right around where we're at, there hasn't been a whole lot of price action. So if the volume does come in to the downside, it could be nice. It'd be a nice move. And again, I would expect its support around 578 on SPY. And really, if it breaks here and continues, we'll probably see that. So let's go over here and start this test. And Bitcoin, pretty amazing lately, huh? But that's not why we're here. Alright, I SPY. Alright. I definitely miss my mouse right now, but that's alright. It is raining and I'm not trying to run back and forth through this rain. And the stream was already running late. So again, thank you guys. You're the real MVPs. Should we draw some trend lines? That is the real question here. To trend line or not to trend line? That is the question. I am going to I can't hear the music myself, but I think it's still going for you guys. Yeah, I'm going to share my stream because I always forget. For you guys that have shared it, I truly appreciate it. It's really going above and beyond. Every share helps more than you guys probably even know. Come hang out. What should we do once the market closes? The question. To be honest with you guys, I'm not really in the mood to dive further into the market once it closes, but I will. If you have a stock that you want me to look at specifically, that will make it funner for me. You know, I do like to do technical analysis. So if you give me something to aim at, I will shoot for it, baby. Doing technical analysis and tracking my trades are some of the nerdy things I enjoy about trading. And I need to get back on that train of tracking everything, which I will do once we start that live challenge. That's gonna be a whole lot of fun. I know it's gonna help a lot of people starting up that new series. And again, another reason why I'm trying to get this audio dialed in beforehand, because it's been so frustrating with the echo. And I can imagine it's not the greatest thing to hear at times. So you guys that bear through it, or maybe it doesn't even bother you. I'm sure it bothers me more than it bothers most. But thank you guys. But when I do get back to making those videos, they've got to be up to my standards of quality. So whether I'm out in the studio filming it or in the office or what have you, it's gonna happen. All right, back to sharing my stream. Bear with me. Let me make sure the music's still going. All right. So we are at support. Let's zoom in here a little bit on there. Zoom out on there. Will we bounce? We just may. We just may. One second. Still trying to share this. Alright, gonna share in Discord now. Shout out to all you guys in Discord. And to who left a comment yesterday on a video after we were talking about something on stream, you know who you are. I'm sorry, I went to go find the comment and it's gone. Maybe you thought it was a bad question and deleted it or something. I know that happens. Just know, you guys, there's no stupid questions, honestly. There might be stupid answers, but there's not stupid questions. And if I ever don't know the answer, I'm more than happy to dive into that together and we can all learn and grow from questions. But trust me, there is no dumb questions. There's plenty of times where I thought I had a bad question, and instead of, you know, trying to figure out an easy way to ask someone, which I guess I didn't really have that opportunity, but, you know, just listen when I say there's no dumb questions. It's better to get clarity. And if you think it's dumb, it's probably just because you care and you wanna, you know, you wanna be good and you don't wanna be annoying and respectful and all those things. And just trust me, just go for it. All right. So will we break? Will we bounce? I'm about to grab a couple of contracts, but I want to wait. No need to chase. I mean, we got 8 minutes left, you guys. Not much. Let's look. What could we do in 8 minutes? If we break support, let's see. So Q at 497, SPY at 580.50. Let's see what happens. Can you guys hear the rain? Pretty aggressive right now. Coming down. It is pouring. Fun fact for you guys. I went to the skate park today. Went to skate. It started raining after 12 minutes. I said, damn it. Fortunately, the skate park has a little covered area where I was able to skate some flat ground and film a little bit there. But man, so frustrating. I knew it was going to happen, but I thought I had an hour to skate, not 12 minutes. And if you don't know about skateboarding, doing that in the rain, no bueno. Ruins your board, slippery. Can be done, but it's not good. While I was skating, this guy rolled up on his bicycle. Older guy, I'm not sure how old he was, you know, older than me. But it's just cool to see people my age or older that are still getting after it. And he rolled up on his bike. And I was like, oh wow, that's awesome. You know, cool to see other people out here. Because I was the only one there. But he's still, you know, staying active. He had his helmet and his pads, and which was a relief, because riding a bike on a wet skate park, if you've never done it, I don't recommend it unless you know what you're doing. So I can tell he had it under control. So shout out to Pete. He asked me on my way out if I had a YouTube channel, so maybe he's watching. Maybe he'll see this. I don't know. Seemed like a cool dude though, but yeah, so I will be making skateboarding videos. I already am making them. I just haven't posted them. I've edited some, working on some others, but I'm really trying to decide if I want to do it on the same channel or not. All right, so before I distract myself, let's get into some puts, because it looks like we're about to break support. What is going on here with these puts? That doesn't look right. There we go. All right, 493 put. Let's just buy one. And 578 put. It's a little more. We'll go a little lower. 577. It's 11 right now. Buy that. Okay, now let's pull up the order book. On 2, on 1. Lock them in. And let's watch them ride, baby. Support breaking. Support breaking. This is how you grow a small account. One trade at a time. Wait for those opportune moments. And here it's going. Now once you're in profit, be ready to lock it in. At the end of the day, it can get real nasty real fast. Next thing you know, you lose your ass. And I don't want you guys to lose your ass. So be ready to take profits. That's the number one thing. Be grateful for green. But as you can see, these both have the potential to absolutely rip. But the market is trying to hold on strong. So let's zoom in a little bit to the 1 minute chart. But as you can see, support did break there. And let's look at the 1 minute on here. And it broke right there. So that's what you got to wait for. Wait for those moments where it's like, all right, it's tested. It's about to happen. Take that chance. It minimizes your risk, and make sure you have level 2 and watch that order book. Hopefully I'm not yelling. I feel like it's raining harder right now, and I'm just like talking so loud. I just turned my mic down a little bit. Let me just double check. Well, I guess it's not that bad. It actually sounds pretty good, if I'm being honest. But yeah, SPY versus Q, which one of these moved the most? We will see. We'll let these ride out for a few minutes. And then we'll see which contracts made the biggest move. We'll actually look at the chart of the option. But again, I can't tell you guys enough how important having a level 2 order book is. Complete game changer. I mean, how else are you going to know when it's about to change? It's given me such a big edge in trading. And that's something I tried to trade without at first, which was just crazy. Crazy to even think that was a plan. I don't know what the hell is going on. But here we go. Come on. Let's break support. How much room do we have to run? That's the real question. Sorry, trying to clear my throat here. How much room do we have to run? Again, 578 is what I said support was earlier. And we have all this gap right here with very little price action. You know, scroll out, zoom out, whatever you want to say. And scroll to the left, you can see this is the price action that's been traded in this range ever. It's not like it's came back and retested support over the years at this point or whatever. That's not the condition of the market right now. You know, we're kind of retrading in this chop area that is relatively newfound land. So you got to go with the punches. And when you see gaps like that, just keep in mind, you know, this was a gap that's been filled, yeah, but there hasn't been a lot that's gone on there. So when it does get to those points, you see those big moves up and down and all around. Bring it around town. It is a little chilly out here. It's a scorching 52. Beautiful day in Seattle, as you can hear. Nice rainy Seattle day. Wrong screen. Close your eyes, you guys. Alright, what's next on the playlist? Down the Street Blues? I'll be honest, I'm kind of feeling reggae. I don't know what it is about the rain right now, but I'm feeling reggae. Shout out to Diamond Ortiz. I can't hear it very well myself. Alright, we're gonna bounce. This is exactly why I say be ready to take profits and watch that book. Because it could easily reverse right here and it's gonna be violent when it does. So if you think you want to hold a position, maybe consider a hedge, but again, this is the last 10 seconds of the day. So you're gonna watch these contracts just go wild. Q far from hitting that. 493, not gonna happen. 577, not gonna happen. These contracts will definitely expire worthless. And that's why you gotta be grateful for green, lock in those profits. Don't take that chance. But which one of these was the winner is the real question. We will find that out here today, live. But let's just take a look and watch them. Market will continue to trade them for 15 minutes after close. So hey, if you're holding this, I mean, look at that spread right now, 5 to 40. People are just like, oh, please, someone make a foolish mistake and accidentally buy this for $40. Oh, whoa, it is pulling. What the? Yeah, you never know what will happen. I know it's earnings week. I'm not sure what is coming out today. We should probably pull that out. Microsoft? No? Alright, new mission. Let's pull up the earnings really quick. If you're holding these contracts, I pray for you. Risque. Maybe we'll do some tests with some one day till expire on some of these later streams like this, so you can kind of see, because they're less risky, and maybe we can try to do 2 or 3 and swing a couple over. That would be fun too. I think that's a good idea. Do some swing trading with some one day till expire. Actually, it's not too late. It is not too late, you guys. We can do this right here, right now. Right meow. Alright, one day till expire, and I am going to I'm gonna look at the calls. We'll see what happens here. 506 call tomorrow. pretty cheap. Again, the further out you go, the more risky it's going to be, but obviously a higher risk, higher reward. So, I mean, good chance that the market opens up in this zone. These won't lose much value, and it could run either way. If the market drops, gaps down, this will be trash. But I want you guys to actually be able to see this and visualize it before you do it with your hard-earned money. Do those not trigger? Oh, did I not do extended hours? What the? Maybe I can't do it right now. Cancel, cancel. Or maybe I just missed the fill. I think that's what happened. Maybe it won't let me buy it, actually. Let's see. We shall learn together. Folks, you might not be able to take a paper trade after hours. You could certainly do it with a live account, which is risky, but we'll do it on one of these streams for sure. But only with profit from the day. If you're having a bad day, it's not the time to be going, all right, let me roll the dice one last time, see how this plays out. Don't do that. So let's move this back over 1 and 2. That was the all right, so who was the winner of these? Which one had the biggest price movement? The best game? So SPY went from, you could have got in at, and that's what we're going to go off of, where you could have got in, which would have been 7. Could have got out at 19. So about 165%. While Q went from, we'll call it 9 to 34 for 278%. So you tell me, who was the winner here? SPY or Q? Well, it is pretty clear. This Q contract ran almost 100% more than the SPY one did. And the Q contract was only $1 more expensive. So that's, you know, you would have been looking at those around the same time, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, 15.55, yeah. So you could have got in both of those around the same time, just $1 apart. But you would have walked away with a much better gain. Assuming this candle is real, once in a while you'll see a candle and you're like, I never saw that action. But it looks like it's pretty solid. You know, it is on both of them, but it must have been quick. So yeah, the winner of the day, Q again. And I believe Q was the winner yesterday, and SPY was the winner the day before that. So, I guess we have our answer on who the clear winner was. And now, what shall we do, folks? Zoom out a little bit. Give you guys my thoughts. on what you could be watching for. Let's go to one chart though. One at a time. So we're looking at the 4-hour chart on SPY. Here are my thoughts, my price predictions. Now I think if we break support, clearly next level to watch for around 578. That's what I've been saying all day. Now it's been a choppy day, so a lot of it is going to come down to the earnings, which we'll get into right after this before I distract myself again and forget. But if we break this level of support and we do have the volume and downward momentum, watch for support way back here on the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart right here. It's going to be around 570. Now as you flip through the hourly chart, you will notice these lines move. On the 1-hour chart, the 200 moving average is all the way up here. So we already broke that level of support technically. But if you zoom out further and maybe even look at the daily chart, let's see where we're at here. And these are just to help give you ideas of what to look for. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed in the stock market. Nothing at all. The only thing guaranteed is it's going to open and close every day that it's open. But what you can watch for support on the daily, that 50 moving average on the daily is all the way down here around 568. So, you know, that's what I would expect a nice run to the downside would look like. That's where we catch the most support through, you know, if you're deciding to take a swing trade on a monthly contract or something like that. Also, a lot is going to come down to the election. I don't know what the market's going to do with whatever candidate winning, but I do expect volatility. That's for sure. It should be interesting. So the market, I think, honestly, is kind of just in limbo right now while it kind of figures out, you know, what's going to happen afterwards, and it's just trying to be patient. But we'll also take a look in a moment and see the earnings. So watch for that big break to the downside all the way down to 531 on the daily. Now we are far from that, but it's happened before. If things go wrong, you can see how we bounce off of that level historically, or at least get close to it. Now the thing with patterns and trends and wedges and things like that, now typically you'll see a breakout happen in the last 30% of a move, of a wedge, whatever you have drawn out. And so nothing's ever exact, but it always, you know, it always rhymes, never repeats. Alright, let me go through here down below for a second. And we'll pull up the earnings. Okay, earnings for the day after close. Microsoft was one of them. Microsoft, Meta Coin, Robinhood, Roku, Etsy, Starbucks, Riot, Nova Dash. Wow, there's a lot. I'm not going to read all these. Let's just start off. Microsoft, what are you doing? After hours up 1%. Let's see how it's looking on the trend. Jeez, that's what was really causing that volatility, which was my suspicion, but I didn't know for sure. So you can see Microsoft bouncing around while it goes through the news. What's really happening? Microsoft beats quarterly revenue estimates. Alright, October 30th. Tomorrow, Halloween, you guys. Microsoft beat Wall Street estimates for first quarter revenue on Wednesday as efforts to build out data center capacity and AI-driven demand boosted its cloud business. Revenue rose 16% to $65.5 billion in the first fiscal quarter ended September, compared with analysts' average estimate of $64.5 billion. Oh, excuse me. Wow, okay. So Microsoft beat earnings. What else we got? Meta is usually up here, but I got Apple twice. All right. Let the good times roll. Alright, Meta, what's your news? Currently down after hours, about 3%. Meta advertising rev 39 billion versus estimate of 39.4. So it beat the estimate. This article's lackluster. Maybe there's not a whole lot of news on it yet. Meta criticizes Malaysia's social media licensing plan. Okay, well, let's move on to the next one. Coin. Oh man. Meta falling in the after hours, down 4%. Jeez. What's Dow Jones got to say? Meta Platforms Q3 net 15.69 billion. Going on in the comment section, huh? How can you have money from... Maybe I shouldn't read these out loud. The comment section on Webull can be a dark place. Alright, well, I'm just gonna scroll. I'm not gonna read them all. I mean, I'm not getting any valuable information here. Meanwhile, the rain is coming down. Alright, let's take a look at Hood. Robinhood, how you looking? Oh, Robinhood down 10% after hours. What have you done, Robinhood? What did you do? Alright, Robinhood Markets Q3 earning per share 17 cents, sales 637, missed 650 million estimate. Robinhood Markets reported quarterly earnings of 17 cents per share, which met the analyst consensus estimate. This is a 288% increase over losses of negative 9 cents per share from the same time last period. The company reported quarterly sales of 637 million, which missed the analyst consensus estimate of 650 million by 2%. This is a 36% increase over sales from this time last year. So they just missed expectations from analysts, and the shit hit the fan. So Robinhood struggling after hours might be a good buying opportunity. That's something you're into. Let's look at the 4-hour chart on Robinhood. I feel like my neck is starting to hurt, like I'm sitting with poor posture. So don't mind the awkward stretching. Alright, well it looks like it got a strong bounce off that 200 moving average on the 4-hour. And it's kind of at resistance level, in between support and resistance, from right here to right here. So all the way back October of last year, kind of back to those levels. Honestly, it looks like it could be a potential good entry, but I would just keep my eyes, keep those alerts set. It could recover, but it's only a couple, well, $5. So I've seen it much lower. Look at that. Decent chart on here. So you could have picked it up less than $8 and held it. I think they've done a relatively good job of earning trust back. People haven't really talked about all the fuckery that was going on a few years ago, so they kept their head clean. And this chart is looking bullish. That pullback, not great, but again, it's about at support, so it could be a good entry for it to eventually come back, you know, and hit those levels that it was once at. But I don't know when or if ever it will hit 85 again. And also, this could be highly shorted. I'm not sure. I know it has been pretty heavily shorted in the past. So, I mean, you can see right now, about a day and a half to cover. That's not too bad. This also isn't the best source of information for short information, but it's better than nothing. Alright, let's take a look. What else we got? Gonna pick a couple more. Let's take a look at Dash. What did Dash do? DoorDash. Dang, that's a bullish chart. Whoa. Volatility. Post first quarterly profit since IPO. Well, that's fantastic news. DoorDash reported its forced. Oh man, I swear I'm from the West Coast. DoorDash reported its first quarterly profit since going public after logging higher orders and launched a partnership with Lyft to provide discounts to its subscribers ahead of the holiday season. The partnership is a way for two companies to combine forces against a common rival, Uber Technologies. Uber leads Lyft in the ride-sharing market, but tails DoorDash in delivery. As part of the deal, DoorDash's monthly subscribers will receive benefits such as 5% off on Lyft rides, 10% off on scheduled airport rides, and 2 free priority pickup upgrades per month. And my God, ladies and gentlemen, it is raining cats and dogs right now. Alright, back to the news. The company discloses our existing consumers drive the vast majority of our volume, so we must perpetually create new value for them in order to grow efficiently, DoorDash said on Wednesday. The company disclosed the pact as it posted a third quarter net profit of $162 million or 38 cents a share, compared with a loss of $73 million or 19 cents a share for the same time last year. Analysts polled by FactSet had forecast per share earnings of 20 cents. And that chart is looking bullish. I'm curious how shorted this stock is. You might start to see some short coverings on DoorDash. It is the second time DoorDash has turned a quarterly profit. Its first quarterly profit came before it went public in 2020. What the hell? Keep your mind wrapped around that, you guys. It has only been profitable 2 quarters in its entire existence, yet it still thrives. Insane. And that, I mean, thrive is probably an overstatement, but you know what I mean. It's gained in popularity. Overall, DoorDash said it added a large number of new merchants to its marketplace in both restaurants and new vertical categories. Total orders increased 18%, with the value transactions growing 19% to 20 billion. Both metrics beat analysts' expectations of 640 million. And I'm boring myself reading all this long article. Most of them aren't that extensive. Let's move on to the next one. Now, what shall it be? Next one on the earnings list. Which one seems pretty relevant here? eBay. eBay is interesting. So let's take a look at eBay's chart here on the hourly, and then we'll go over to the minute. Oh no. eBay down 10% after hours. Is this the right ticker? eBay. Am I tripping, you guys? Is it not eBay? EBA. No. Should be eBay. Okay, yeah, this is right. I don't know why I'm confusing myself, but anyways, down 10% after hours. Let's look at the daily on this. John Daly. Technical signals, get out of here. It is at support. Not looking good for eBay shareholders right now. After hours, it's at 56. So I mean, it's at support. Oof, this would have been a great short. What were the options looking like? Cheap. Cheap. 56. What? Spread's a little wild on that right now. Low volume. Open interest of 100. But these things, if eBay opens up where it's at now, are going to be just monstrous. Back to the regular ticker. I'm guessing it was not good news. eBay forecast quarterly revenue below expectations. Yikes. Yikes. E-commerce firm eBay forecasts fourth quarter revenue below Wall Street estimates on Wednesday, signaling a weak demand for products in its key categories like collector's items and refurbished goods. The company expects revenue in the range of $2.53 billion to $2.59 billion for the quarter. Analysts on average were expecting $2.65 billion according to data compiled by LSEG. Okay, well, did I miss something? Where was the actual number? Am I tripping? Okay. Well, I guess that's it. Q4 Rev 2.53 to 2.59. Well, there you have it, you guys. It did not meet expectations. It is literally raining cats and dogs right now. I can't even believe it. It's absolutely unbelievable. And hopefully it's not too bad for you guys. Let me check. It's okay. So yeah, this microphone seems to sound alright. It's not as crisp as I would like, but at least there's no echo. So it's a good backup microphone. And yeah, I got these for doing other things, other kinds of videos. But you know, gotta do what you gotta do. But that is gonna be a wrap on the stream. Hopefully that was helpful and informative. Going through some of those earnings with you guys. That way you kind of have an idea of what's going on. There are some companies that did not meet expectations and are down a significant amount. And Meta and Microsoft being a couple of those. But Microsoft looks to be holding on fairly strong, while Meta's still trying to figure things out. Maybe their call will go better, and Zuck can talk his way out of it. I don't know. So that's all I have for the day. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you're new, please subscribe. I truly appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button. Hoppy, hoppy. Hopefully you stay happy and healthy, and I will